Okay, guys, Lucky 7 Film Classics, we're back. Let's talk about Hulk versus. Hulk versus is another one of those films that came from under the Marvel banner while they were working with Lionsgate Films to make their own little, direct-to-DVD, direct-to-video animated films. If you know anything about their films, they're all about the same length. They're about maybe 60 minutes, maybe 80 minutes. But this one it was particularly a little bit different. I mean, they had a little line of couple ones. They had the Ultimate Avengers 1 and 2. They had Next Avengers. And they were okay films. Nothing really bad about them, but they weren't really something that blew your mind away. If you really knew anything about it, they were trying to be in competition with DC's little line of the DC Animated Universe, which has really had some stellar pieces being made. Especially if I could mention one of my favorite, Batman Under the Red Hood. But this is not about DC. This is about Marvel's. And it's about Marvel's best one, Hulk versus. Hulk versus is a two-piece film. It could have been one, but it's really two pieces. It's about two different stories. One story is about Hulk versus Thor. Other one is about Hulk versus Wolverine. Now, the tone of both pieces are a little bit different. Hulk versus Thor is pretty much more serious than the other pieces. Hulk versus Thor is a pretty good story, talking about Loki enchanting the Hulk to go to Asgard and destroy Odin. So if you like action, you like to see a lot of people just get completely obliterated, you need to watch Hulk versus Thor. Great piece. I enjoyed it a lot. Loki was great in there. Hulk was great. Thor. I mean, they had a lot of great characters in this one. If you really like Thor, you're gonna like this one especially, because Thor versus Hulk was as they would say, a slobber knocker. It was some rough stuff happening in there, but still it was a serious story, and you liked it. I liked watching it. And as much as I like watching that, I also like watching the second piece in this little collection, which is Hulk versus Wolverine. Hulk versus Wolverine to me was more like an action comedy because it was hilarious. It was a cool film, but the story writing wasn't as sharp as it was for Thor. It wasn't as serious. For Hulk versus Wolverine is Hulk and Wolverine beefing, of course. But what this whole story is that the Weapon X program is trying to capture both of them to build more soldiers. So while Hulk and Wolverine are fighting, that a couple of Wolverine's worst enemies show up and capture them. To give you some names of some of the villains you'll see in there, you'll see Omega Red, Sabretooth, Lady Deathstrike, Deadpool, and I believe that was all of them. But the thing that really made it, the character who really shined the most in this whole piece was Deadpool. Deadpool had me laughing the whole way through. Everything from when he says, "Wolverine, it's me, Deadpool. I shot you." It's crazy stuff like that they threw in that made the movie could have been called. It could have been a Deadpool because how funny it was. Deadpool outshined everybody else in this whole thing. He was just that funny. He kept you laughing through the whole piece. And that's why I say I gotta give special thanks to Nolan North for doing that, because Nolan North took him to a whole new level. He made Deadpool an awesome character for this. I know Nolan North also did Deadpool game, but this is it wasn't as outlandish as that game is. If you want to see how he originally did it and how well he did it for the original first time he did Deadpool, you need to watch Hulk versus Wolverine on this Hulk versus collection. Like I said, the action was great. And trust me, this is not for kids. If you ever watch Hulk versus Wolverine, it's not a kid's one. You're not going to see anything like nudity or, like I say, gratuitous language or anything like that, or excessive, harsh language. But you're going to see people get their arms cut off, man. When I saw that happening there, I was like, okay, this is not for kids. But it was awesome to sit through. Like, I love Hulk versus Wolverine a lot more than Hulk versus Thor. Even though Hulk versus Thor is a better written story, Hulk Wolverine was just fun. And that's all I can say. It was just fun to sit through. So I say, if you're out there, you're looking for some animation to pick up, check out Hulk versus Collection. It's not called Hulk versus Collection, but it's a collection of these two films. Watch them. They're great. And I definitely would say they're a Lucky 7 film classic. Because I said, just off Nolan North alone, you should pick up Hulk versus. Because he's just that funny in there as Deadpool. So I said, if you're out there, pick it up. So Lucky 7 film classic. Peace out.